Hi, you all. It is Thursday, February 6, 2020. My name is Doris, and this is the Knit and Purl Podcast, episode 192. And I don't have a name. The one without a name? I don't know. We'll see how this goes. By the end, there will probably be a name. In social media, I am One Fine Cow. On Ravelry and Twitter, I am One Fine Design, the number one. On Facebook and Etsy, and I am Doris M. Smith, all lowercase and smooshed together on Instagram. This podcast has a Ravelry group, which is the Knit and Purl Podcast group. And you can find the show notes for this podcast on knitandpurl-doris.blogspot.com. But you don't have to remember any of that, because in the handy dandy down bar below, there are links to the show notes, to the Ravelry group, and in the show notes, you can, at the very top of the screen, there are clickable links to all the social media. So head on over there, follow me, and I'll follow you back. So I do a birthday shout out every podcast, and these birthdays are from February 1st to the 15th. And if I say your name wrong, I hope you know that it's you. Because the first name, it's like Snotstein. If I said it right, sorry. Her birthday was on the 1st of February. And PPRAHL, their birthday was on, I think it's a she. Her birthday was on the 8th, will be on the 8th. We have Lalich 419. Her birthday is also on the 8th of February. Sissy Crafts 2, her birthday is on the 12th. And Nick's Knits, his birthday is on the 15th. So happy birthday, you all. I hope that you did have or will have a wonderful birthday. You get good gifts. You get to spend time with your friends and your family. That you get to do, or you choose to do, anything that you want to do for your birthday. Happy birthday. And if it was your birthday during that period between February 1st and February 15th, and you don't share that information on Ravelry, happy birthday to you as well. Don't forget to eat your birthday cake. So it is February. I have a big, in bold, I don't know. It's the red month. Shall we do a read along for Heart Health Month? Question mark, question mark, question mark. I don't know if there's interest or not. I don't know. So tell me in the down bar below if you're wanting to knit something red during this month. If so, we will start on the 6th of, today. We'll start today. Is today this? Yeah. We'll start Monday. Maybe Monday. Hang on, let me look at the calendar. Monday is the 10th. Let's start on the 10th and finish on the 10th of March. That'll give us a chance to see how many people are interested, and we'll go from there. Right along. Rules are, as always, knit in shades of red, thinking about people you know that you love and people that you know have heart issues. It's just a Heart Health Awareness Month. Anyway, I'm going to be going, Ted and I are going to be going to Florida 2 weeks from tomorrow. We leave. And so I'll just go to Destin Yarn Store and pick out a beautiful skein of yarn as the price. I hope you guys want to do that. I always want to do read-alongs, and so that there is awareness for heart health. Okay. Story of the Week and Stash Enhancement. I stashed a few things. And I have some more yarn coming. But for now, I purchased a US 13 16-inch circular. It's a clover Takumi bamboo circular knitting needle. I needed this size. I also purchased some Woolies Thick and Quick from Lion Brand in the color, I don't know what's happening here, in the color oatmeal. I purchased another skein of Woolies Thick and Quick in the color Fisherman. And I purchased some Lion Brand Hometown in black from Walmart because this pattern, I saw it and I must have it, and so I bought the pattern as well. I also stashed some this came today, Knit Picks palette in the color, what is the color? Finley Heather. So it's a gray, a light gray. 2 skeins of this because I purchased a couple patterns. I purchased the Bits and Bobs cowl from K. Jones. As soon as I open this. Okay. I will show you the 2 patterns that I purchased. I purchased the Bits and Bobs cowl from K. Jones. So I needed a solid color, this. And I have a set of mini skeins that I'm going to pair with this for the Bits and Bobs. And I have this extra one. I have 10. I think these are all 10 ounces. I'm not sure, but I think these are 10 ounces. I purchased these a while ago. So that's for the Bits and Bobs. Put this, I'll just put this all together. Maybe this will be a Florida trip knit. I also purchased this pattern. So let me look at my show notes. Those are my purchases. Yeah, like I didn't already have enough on my needles right now, but yeah, sometimes when you see stuff, you just have to knit it. And that's what I did. You'll see in the finished objects. That's all I have for story of the week. So, finished objects. This took me 2 hours to knit. I told you the needles and the yarn. This is with the oatmeal colorway. Thick and Quick Lion Brand, and then of course the black in the Hometown for the color work. And the needle was the 13, US 13. I saw it and I must have it, is what I said. And so I ordered the needles from, can you see that? I can't tell. It says coffee and it says coffee. I saw this pattern and I'm like, oh my gosh, I must have that. I must do that. I don't even know where I saw the pattern. I don't know if I saw it on Pinterest or what. It feels so good on. It's so crazy. With this big chunky yarn, it feels so good on. But then it starts doing this. So the second thing I finished, it's a big one. I finished the Nomad Fair Isle knit sweater, which is a free pattern on Ravelry, but from Knitspirations. The yarn is the Knit Picks Brava Bulky in Seraphim is the light color, and Fairy Tale is the dark color. The needles were US 9s and 10s in differing lengths of cable. I finished it in 23 days. And if I had not had so many squirrels, I probably would have had it done sooner. I modified the pattern and did not include the neck. When I make the second one, which I plan on making, I will make a size smaller, and I will include the neckline. Yeah. Because this is really big. Can you see it? And I did not knit the arms. They said to knit 13 inches, but if I had knit 13 inches, it would have been down to here. I can't even show you. Probably down to here. So just word of warning, try it on. Make sure you get the length of sleeves that you prefer. It's really big, and I'm afraid that this is going to fall off my shoulders. But this is coming off of the rug sweater, and I wanted to make sure that it fit. The neckline isn't too bad. And all in all, it's really not that big. I want a roomy sweater, but I still think that the next size down would fit and not be in danger of falling off my shoulders. One more spin. I like the yarn. It's not as good as wool is, but when you want to knit and you don't have all the funds to buy all the nice wool yarn, this yarn cost me $30. The second sweater quantity cost me $20, including shipping. And I ordered a third sweater quantity because the turtle dove has been on my radar for a long time, and that, when the yarn comes, will be my next sweater on the needles. The Turtle Dove by Espastrico. I'm going to try to leave this sweater on. We'll see how that goes. That is all my finished objects and my whips. I did amazingly get some stuff done. Did I tell you 23 days? I started on January 14th and I finished it last night on the 5th. So 23 days. It would have taken less time, but squirrels. So I was binding this off during the Super Bowl, and when I was done binding it off, the body of it, I picked this up. I figured this would be a easy knit. It's just knit, and here's where I was the last time you saw it, right there. And that's a good chunk of stuff. I started on the second ball, as you can tell. I started the second ball. I plan on doing half the ball. And when I get to the point where I think it's about half of the ball's knit, I'm going to start decreasing for this big throw blanket. Yep. For some reason, bulky yarn is the thing right now. Bulky yarn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 garter ridges done in the last 2 weeks. And a sweater and a hat. Yeah. So the Delilah scarf got a little love, but not as much. It is a lace, easy lace super scarf by Bago de Crochet. There's a tutorial on YouTube. Or you can purchase a pattern for $2 if you want the written pattern. It's very simple and easy to follow. And here's what it looks like. There's where I was the last time you saw it, and just a little bit done. Here's where we are. And here's how much yarn I have left. I'm planning on working on this until the yarn is gone. There's still a goodly amount of yarn here. So it will be a super scarf. So that is Delilah. This yarn is, I didn't tell you that. Yarn Bee Luxe Lollies in the color Dancing Donuts. And the hook size is an I 5.5, and this is just a Susan Bates. And this project is living in a bag from Thank God for Bags. Very pretty bucket bag. Yeah. Okay. The next is I did the throw blanket, this blanket, and let's see. I didn't get a lot done on this. I'm still on the mustard section. I think I have like 4 more rows on this, and then I'll be ready to bind off and pick up stitches along. Pick up stitches along this length to knit. I really like the log cabin stuff. I really do. But other things were more in the forefront. Usually when I get something almost done, I just plow through it. I want it done. So, and like I said, this hat took 2 hours. It was cool. It was fun. And I bought plenty of yarn to make another, maybe 2. They're so fun. And I think this is the final work in progress. So I have 4 works in progress. I am working on a sock yarn virus. The virus is a free pattern on Ravelry that is linked to a tutorial on YouTube by Julia Marquide. The yarn is some scrap sock yarn, and all of it is the blue stripe rag. Let me see. I have the label right here. The color is Blue Stripe Rag by, Pat and Scroy. Lord. So here's where I am. Here's where I was last time you saw it. You see? I can't even see if you can see the blue. So I've done three full pattern repeats and started on the 4th. So I have this much of this ball and another maybe third of a ball. And I went through my sock yarn stash and I was like, I couldn't find anything that would match this. And I was even at the point of thinking, well, I'll just go to Michael's and pick up one more ball of this. And I'm like, that's defeating the purpose of this thing. This is to get this sock yarn out of my stash. If I go buy another one, there's going to be a piece of it left. So I didn't know what I was going to do. So I went, and then I remembered I had some of this color that I had did heels, toes, and cuffs of a sock with. I'm going to finish it with this. After I run out of this yarn, I'm going to add in and finish it with this. What do you think? It's like a dark royal. It's showing brighter than it is. It's this color. I think that'll be really nice to finish it with, because it won't be big enough, not as big as I like my viruses. So I'm going to add this to top it off. What do you think? Okay. That is all of my works in progress, all of my finished objects, all of the news. I didn't get a Pinterest. I started to look for Pinterest this morning, and then I realized I need to get my butt in the car and to work. So I didn't get it. So I plan on recording one more time before we depart for Florida on the 21st. So maybe on Wednesday night before. Okay? Let's do the read along, okay? Tell me down bar below and in the Ravelry group if you're up for knitting or crocheting red for the month of February into early part of March. thank you so much. And there's a link to my Etsy store. Go have a look. Like a few things. I would appreciate it so much. So anyway, the only thing left to say is I'll see you in 2 weeks for the next episode of the Knit and Purl podcast. Bye, you guys.